Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to another edition of MJ Everyday, a supplement-based episode for you guys today, following up on this conversation that we're having about amino acids. Today's episode is going to particularly look at branched chain amino acids, BCAAs. So we already know from the last episode of MJ Everyday that there's 9 essential amino acids, and we know that the word essential means we have to consume them from some source in our diet, whole food or supplementary source. And we know that 3 of those 9 essential amino acids are leucine, isoleucine, and valine, and these are our 3 branched chain amino acids. So firstly, branched chain amino acids, as the name suggests, guys, that chemically they actually have a branched chain in their chemical structure. That's why they're called branched chain amino acids and abbreviated to BCAAs. Now, BCAAs are quite unique because we know that when they're in their free form, they have a bunch of really cool effects when consumed at the right time. And I'm going to go through those effects and then tell you when we usually want to consume BCAAs. So BCAAs, there's a lot of anecdotal evidence surrounding this, people using BCAAs and reporting a lot of these effects, and then there's a lot of empirical evidence to support a lot of these effects that I'm about to go through as well. So a lot of studies been done on BCAAs, particularly in the 2:1 ratio, leucine, isoleucine to valine, 2 parts leucine, 1 part isoleucine, 1 part valine. A lot of empirical scientific research now that is showing a lot of these effects to be true. And the effects that we tend to notice from BCAAs or that the science has proven from BCAAs is firstly increased muscle protein synthesis. So our body's ability to synthesize the protein that we're consuming from whole food sources or supplementary sources. Increased glucose uptake, in particular isoleucine is really good for this, so actually increases glucose uptake into our cells where the glucose can be used as a source of energy. Preventing the breakdown of muscle tissue or preventing the catabolic response to resistance style training, so actually stopping our body from breaking down muscle tissue and using muscle tissue as a source of energy. And that's kind of related to the fact that isoleucine and valine in particular can be used by our body as a source of energy. So it can actually be converted into glucose and used as a source of energy, and therefore is muscle sparing. So our body's going to use those BCAAs as a source of energy when it needs it, rather than breaking down muscle tissue and using muscle protein as a source of energy. Reducing delayed onset muscle soreness is probably the biggest anecdotal piece with BCAAs that people will notice. If you've never used BCAAs before and you use them for the first time, or if you do use BCAAs quite frequently and you forget to use them or you run out or whatever and you train without them, the one thing that you're going to notice is delayed onset muscle soreness changes. So when you're not using BCAAs, your DOMs, the muscle soreness where your muscles are sore to touch, they're sore to contract, they're sore to use 2 days, 3 days, 4 days after that big leg workout or that big chest workout or that big back workout. When you're using BCAAs, that delayed onset muscle soreness is greatly reduced. When you're not using BCAAs, it's greatly increased. So that's definitely the one thing that most people notice when taking BCAAs is the reduction in delayed onset muscle soreness. And another thing anecdotally that people tend to notice is an increase in muscular endurance. And the reason for this is pretty cool actually. BCAAs buffer the release of serotonin in our brains, which is a neurotransmitter in our brains. And by buffering the release of serotonin while we're exercising, it actually reduces our perception of physical stress. So we're able to exercise harder for a longer period of time, and therefore have this kind of, I guess, side effect of what appears to be an increase in muscular endurance, even though it's just chemicals in our brain that are telling us that we're not as fatigued as we actually are. So another cool effect that most people will notice when using BCAAs for the first time is wow, I can get that extra rep. I can do one more exercise. I can run that extra distance. Whatever exercise you're doing, the perception of muscular endurance is greatly increased. And then all of these things tie in together. And really, the whole purpose of supplementing with BCAAs is to improve muscle recovery. Whether you do it from reducing delayed onset muscle soreness so you can get back into the gym quicker and train harder, or the reduction of muscle protein breakdown, everything all kind of ties in together, where we say that BCAAs primarily are the best supplement well, not the best supplement, but one of the primary supplements for improving muscular recovery. Now, in terms of dosing BCAA, guys, a lot of these effects are obviously related to your workout. So the primary time to be taking BCAAs, to be supplementing with BCAAs, is either immediately before your workout as part of your pre-workout supplementation. And even what we're seeing now is a lot of supplement companies are starting to put BCAAs inside their pre-workout supplements, so it forms part of the pre-workout formula along with all the other ingredients. But BCAAs are now becoming more and more common as part of pre-workout supplements, or people, if your pre-workout doesn't have BCAAs in it, you might take a BCAA supplement and add it into your pre-workout shake and have that before you train. But by far the most common, and a lot of the scientific studies have been done on BCAAs taken intra-workout. So taking while you're training. So instead of sipping water out of a bottle like you normally would when you're working out with weights or cardio or whatever it may be, you get your TMJ Elite Shaker, you fill it up with water, you throw a scoop or 2 scoops of BCAAs depending on the supplement you're using in there, and you drink that as you would normally drink water during your workout. And that's really where you're going to get the benefits of the increased muscular endurance, the reduction in muscle protein breakdown, and then it can go to work to really start preventing or start reducing delayed onset muscle soreness even before the delayed onset muscle soreness is caused. So definitely intra-workout. Another time that we're seeing BCAAs used a lot now, and this really focuses on the increase in muscle protein synthesis, is with or in between meals. So a lot of athletes, myself included, will sip on BCAAs during the day, either with meals, between meals. Instead of drinking water, throw a scoop of BCAAs in a TMJ Elite Shaker and sip on that instead of sipping on water throughout the day to get the added benefit of the increased muscle protein synthesis. Guys, that's an introduction to BCAAs. I will point you in the direction of a link down below in the description box to our Supplement Simplified article on BCAAs, which goes through in a little bit more detail what I've addressed in this video and kind of breaks it down. What are they, what do they do, how do they work, when do you take them, and some of the top supplements that we recommend at MassiveJoes if you're looking to supplement with BCAAs. So make sure you click the link in the description box and go check that out. But guys, that's a wrap for today's episode of MJ Every Day. As always, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, turn your post notifications on both on your mobile, your cell phone, and your desktop PC so you don't miss a beat when it comes to the MassiveJoes YouTube channel. Until tomorrow, I'm coming to you from MassiveJoes.com. Stay massive.